Maxton Hall, The World Between Us episode 4 starts with Ruby and James passionately making out in the car when people suddenly surround them. Thankfully, it turns out to be Ruby's dream. She wakes up excited about everything James did for her. On the other hand, James is also excited to get a text from Ruby and admits he knows he is losing control of his feelings. They text throughout the morning until they arrive at school. James makes it a point to wait for Ruby at the bus stop and check if she is okay. She confesses she is nervous and scared, but he asks her to act nonchalantly. They walk to school together, and everyone stares at them. Meanwhile, Mortimer turns his attention to Lydia and tries to manipulate her into talking to James about Ruby. Lydia knows what her dad is doing but still plays along. She gives James the message from their dad while ignoring Elaine, who wants confirmation on the Ruby-James dating situation. James is aware that his dad is pushing him into a corner, so he tries his best to prepare his speech for the press conference. On the other hand, Lydia tries to convince Sutton to get back together. He refuses to come with her, saying he can't take her away from her family. Lydia is hurt and thinks Sutton is selfish. She gets jealous and thinks Sutton is dating his other ex, a fellow teacher. In the meantime, rumors that Ruby and James slept together start flying around. Ruby confides in Lynn that nothing happened. Lynn is disappointed and asks when the couple will at least kiss. Later in the day, the committee works on preparing for the party, but a problem arises. Rutherford orders live partridges instead of slaughtered ones. While planning the party, James learns that Ruby's birthday will be on the same day as the party. He promises to get there early enough to have her first dance. For the rest of the day, James helps with the party planning and talks to Alistair about his secret relationship with Patel. Alistair is hurt that Patel is not ready to publicly come out but understands. To make sure James stays on course, Mortimer plans a dinner party with the head of PR at the same time as the party. This means that James won't even be able to attend the party. Mortimer warns James that he needs to make his decisions wisely and threatens him with a picture taken the previous night. The following day, James sends Ruby an expensive bag and a portrait of her face. She is touched that he drew it himself and is over the moon as she celebrates with her family. At the Beaufort house, James confides in Percy that he is feeling conflicted. He wants to be there for Ruby's birthday but also has family obligations. He admits to Lydia that he feels that he has no control of his life. Lydia vents about losing her concept and hard work to James. Her dad is still punishing her over a scandal that happened in the past with an ex-boyfriend and the press. Before the party, James heads to school and helps the committee to find the live partridges which escaped. He and Ruby get even closer as they spend time chasing the birds around. He tells her that he is not sure about Oxford or what he wants to do. He doesn't want to do the press conference. He feels like he is nothing but his family name. For all the privileges he has, he can't make any decision for himself. Ruby tries to encourage him to find his path and happiness. She later visits the dean and asks him to reconsider letting James return to the lacrosse team if the party goes well. She sings his praises and convinces the dean that James has evolved. Night draws by, and the party starts. Ruby looks amazing in the dress, but she can't keep calm. She worries that something might go wrong. Thankfully, Lynn reminds her to let go and have fun. On the other side of town, James and Lydia head to the press conference. They have an honest talk about how they feel about their parents' plan to make James the face of the new collection, even though it is Lydia's hard work. James argues that the demands will never end, and they ask Percy to turn the car around. James heads to the party while Lydia goes to the press conference. Mortimer nearly has a panic attack after learning the twins' plans. At the party, James and Ruby have a grand time dancing and enjoying each other's company. A temporary blackout threatens to ruin the party, but the two have it under control. They leave their friends downstairs and find some time to themselves. One thing leads to another, and they start asexually kissing. However, the moment is ruined when Mortimer shows up to pick James up.